Salt and light trumps might makes right. It's Rhyme and Reason 599.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why.
Hey there, Tony here, and I've got some tasty salt again for you. I know I've talked about salt before and probably talked about salt and light, but this has something to do with something I read online somewhere today. I forgot where it was, but they talked about how Wikipedia has become another leftist so-called source of information. What? What? Are you kidding me? I'm totally aghast. Who would do that? What kind of website or company would do that? I mean, I'm in mind-blown shock. Not. And then, as fate and destiny and kismet would have it, I saw a Wikipedia article on the old saying, might makes right. And what a lot of hooey, right? So let me shed some salt and light on it, okay? Salt and light, like I said, trumps might makes right. First, the Wikipedia article said the phrase is an aphorism on the origin of morality, with both descriptive and prescriptive senses. So, you're all clear on it now, right? Yeah. Then the article said that might makes right is a claim of how quoting them, a society's view of right and wrong is determined by those in power. And then the article followed that up with the example of an often used quote, history is written by the victors. Yes, that's who wrote, get my voice back here. Anyway, and that shows me that the writer or writers, whoever compiled all the stuff that went into this Wikipedia article, they haven't read the Bible, or at least if they have, they don't care how those assertions just don't hold any water. But there's no surprise there, right? Then the Wikipedia article added really a silly notion to their description, and it definitely reveals a lack of wisdom and understanding and even science, because it said, quoting them again, the phrase sometimes has a positive connotation in the context of master morality or social Darwinism. Yeah, sure. As if social Darwinism or any other form of Darwinism has any positive connotations. And apparently that master morality or social Darwinism says that, quote, a society's strongest members should rule and determine its standards of right and wrong, as well as its goals for the greater good. Well, let me shed a little light on that idea. Get that? Shedding a little light, salt and light. Okay, anyway, who gets to determine, this is a key thing, who gets to determine who society's strongest members are? And when they rule, how do they determine those standards of right and wrong? Because who's to say what's right for you is right for me? I've had that so many times thrown in my face. Don't they know we're all right in our own minds? Each of us is right in his or her mind. Don't they know that? But what about this? Let's say there's a way that we could really and truly all know what's right and what's wrong. I know it sounds like crazy talk, but bear with me a minute, okay? And let's say that since everyone could know what's right or wrong, we could call it something like, maybe a universal standard. How about that? Are you still with me? Okay. Now, let's say that universal standard is actually verifiable. In other words, each time it's tested, it proves to be true and trustworthy. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? All right. Let's go another step, and let's say that the universal standard even has a built-in punishment and reward system. And even that proves to be trustworthy because it gets desired results every single time. Huh? Sound good? Well, now we're firing on all cylinders, right? That's got to sound good to you. But here's the best benefit. Crime goes down. Yeah. And quality of life goes up for, Nah, just me. No, for everybody. And it's not just because some manipulated majority voted on it. And it equally protects every demographic, not just society's strongest members. Jeez. Okay, guess what? This universal standard already exists. Yep, it sure enough does. But most people in the world reject it. Don't want nothing to do with it, even though they would benefit in ways that they can't even imagine. And yes, the universal standard is your creator. Yes, God. Yes, he is your creator. Even if you're listening to this and you've hated him all your life, you can't stand. That's kind of a weird thing right there now I think about it. You've hated God your whole life, and you probably say that he doesn't exist. How can you hate somebody or something that doesn't even exist? Check in with yourself. Come on now. Okay, now I realize you're probably going to drop out because most people do when they hear the word God, or even worse, if they hear the word Jesus. Those names represent only judgment and condemnation, which God did set in place, but he did that out of his love. Love for those who choose to love him. And for those who love him, there is no condemnation. Says it right in his book. Says it right in his book. You know what there is instead? Eternal life in paradise. Pretty cool. Really cool. Nothing cooler. But if you don't want any of that, if you don't want to live forever in paradise, why wouldn't you? I don't know. But if you don't want to, you know what? You won't be forced to take it because God will respect your decision to be away from him forever. You'll sadden him. He won't like it. And he wishes that nobody would decide that. And I don't recommend that decision. You'll be sorry and angry about it forever. I promise you, you will. But, maybe my salt and light aren't real. Maybe it's just the way I feel. Maybe it won't be your circumstance. Are you willing to take that chance? I'll leave you with that question until next time. This is Tony from TonyFunderburk.com, and you need to right now, when you stop listening to this, you need to head over there right now to TonyFunderburk.com, click on that merch tab, or just go to the show notes. There's a link in the show notes if you get this delivered to your player and it shows the show notes. Either way, TonyFunderburk.com, merch tab, look for the t-shirt that says, "Life has rhyme and reason because God made you."
There's a